when you're picking roles, what do you look for? Do you look for characters that you can relate to? Or do you look perhaps for characters who will reveal themselves while you're perhaps playing them?
I definitely have to be able to relate to it at some level so that I can catch hold of it, from some end, and then sort of go on and get more out of it and become the character eventually. I think the character is definitely very important, and I have to love the person that I'm going to play. I have to love the character.
Okay.
In the sense, even if it's wicked, I have to love that wicked person, or a jealous woman, or whatever.
Is it more exciting when when you know it's going to be difficult to play that character?
Definitely.
Yeah?
It's more challenging. It's definitely. I think any actor would love something which challenges them a little bit, Otherwise, it's very sort of simple to, it's kind of boring to play a very simple thing.
Sure. Now, in Sorry Bhai, you act with Shabana Azmi.
Yes.
She's known to be an intimidating performer. I've met actors who say they were intimidated working with her. Did you have...
I was hesitant, definitely, and I was intimidated, but I think I just allow... you allow yourself to be intimidated because of the aura that she has,
Sure.
the person that she's become today. But otherwise, she's a fantastic person. We got along really well. She made me very comfortable. We have a couple of scenes in the film together, and we worked on them together. And I think I learned a lot the way she thinks through a scene, and the questions she asks and why she asks those questions. Just the whole process of how she goes through a scene. And she very happily shared it with me, and very encouraging. I mean, nothing, by the end of it, I don't think I was intimidated at all, but yes, I am sort of in awe of her. Yeah.
Okay. She plays your mother-in-law-to-be in the film.
Yes.
And there's a sort of clash between these two women.
Yes.
It is a sort of conflicting relationship. Were those scenes sort of difficult to do?
They were difficult because we are treading a very fine line in the sense that I can't become, too aggressive, and she didn't want to be too aggressive, and it has to be slightly contained sort of a animosity. So, it was slightly difficult, but I think that's what we enjoyed, and we were loving it, that we have to get it right, and it has to be bang on, So we loved it. We really enjoyed it.
Okay. Now, Shabana Azmi has very famously endorsed what everyone's been saying for some time now, that you bring back memories of Smita Patil. Did she tell you that while working with her?
Yeah, she did tell me that over and over again. I think the first or the second time that she saw me, she was like, oh God, you give me the jitters, Sometimes it's like she's walked in. And yeah, I think there's a very strong, because they've worked together, Smita
Sure.
and Shabana ji have done a lot of films together. I think they do have a close... sort of relationship at some point. So
Okay.
I
Tell me, were you a fan of Smita Patil's? When you keep hearing, when people keep telling you that you remind us of her, how does it feel? I mean,
honestly, I wasn't a fan of Smita Patil. I liked what she did, and I thought she was a very mysterious sort of a thing about her, very earthy. She was definitely different from, say, Hema Malini or Rekha. But I think I was at an age at that time that I wouldn't have been able to appreciate what she's doing. So I wasn't a fan of her then,
Sure.
growing up and all. But yeah, now definitely I do appreciate her work, and I understand what she's done. And she was a fantastic actress. I mean, films like Arth and Mandi, and I mean, she was just fabulous. And I think she was pretty ahead of her times at that point.
Now, before we go into break, let me ask you, who are the actresses who've been your idols?
I think Rekha was very, but I was just struck by her, I thought she was so beautiful. At one point, Hema Malini was my dream girl.
Okay.
I thought she was beautiful. So, but I think Shabana and Smita, now sitting and, looking back and seeing their body of work, I think they're really something else, yeah.